All right, it is time to move on to the next part of our event. I'd like to now invite Scott Copeland and Kevin Foley from Boeing to join me on stage. We are going to go into our awards presentation of the day. We're going to start off with our Genes in Space Award winners. So Scott Copeland and Kevin Foley, welcome to the stage.
Good afternoon. Hope you had a wonderful lunch. I'm Kevin Foley, one of the co-founders of our Genes in Space program. And on behalf of the other co-founders, Scott's here with me, Zeke and Sebastian from Mini PCR Bio are here as well, and our sponsors, New England Biolabs and the International Space Station National Lab. And I have the honor of announcing our 2023 Genes in Space Award winner. If you attended Genes in Space Lightning Talk on Tuesday, you heard my colleague, Dr. Katie Martin, describe our program and the student preparation that's transpired over the last 6 months. You heard her mention Genes in Space contest invites students grades 7 through 12 to design biology experiments that address real-world problems in space exploration. This year's national competition garnered submissions from 194 schools from 31 states, and finalists were selected from a competitive field of over 820 submissions engaging over 1,100 students. It's an incredible turnout. Our authors of the top 5 finals proposals were invited here to this conference, and if you were in attendance yesterday and heard their presentations, it was incredible. And they presented to a distinguished panel of judges that comprised of scientists, educators, and technologists. At this point, I'd like to bring up on stage our finalists and recognize them. So please come up. I'd like you all to see it. These are the top 6 students in the United States brought here. An incredible achievement, a lot of hard work and dedication and passion to what they do. So I'd like maybe each one of you step forward as I recognize you. Ananth Jagannath from Santa Clara, California. And Charlene Chen from East St. James, New York. And Isabel Jiang from Hillsborough, California. We had a team of Christina Rasa and Kenny Cuck from Maryland. And Mansi Vaganasana from Chandler, Arizona. So what we're going to do is have them exit stage, and while they're doing that, if you can give them another big round of applause. And while they're making their way back to their seats, I'd like to also recognize the mentors that have helped each one of these teams individually further develop their concepts and their experiments and prepare them for the presentations yesterday. And I'd like you, they're sitting here with them, if you would stand up. Michael, Fran, Alex, Stu, and Kaylee. Good work. Okay, so that brings me to this time where I will announce the winner. And once I do announce, please, I invite the Genes in Space 2023 awardee to join me on stage. Scott's got the trophy for you, and it'll be the experiment that'll be conducted by astronauts next year on the International Space Station. So please join me in congratulating the Genes in Space Award winner, Isabel Jiang.
Yes, another big round of applause for all the contestants and our winner. That's absolutely amazing. At this time, I'd like to invite the one and only Sam Thorstensen, Education Program Director at the ISS National Lab, to honor some very, very special educators.
Thank you, Maynard. Great to have you back again this year. It's my pleasure to recognize these incredible educators, their effort to reach, teach, and inspire the next generation. Educators are the ones who get the work of tirelessly breathing life into lesson plans and to strive to make space education engaging and accessible. The ISS National Lab would like to recognize 2 members of the Space Station Explorers community. This is a community made of STEM partners, education ambassadors. These individuals have demonstrated excellence in their efforts to engage students and to help other educators bring ISS-related activities to their classrooms. The Space Station Explorers Exceptional Educator Award recognizes educators who have done outstanding work using ISS-related programs to engage students in STEM subjects and careers. This year's recipient was chosen from over 2,500 Space Station ambassadors. Space Station Explorers partners help the ISS National Lab identify exceptional educators and are nominated based on the following criteria: reaching underserved populations, creatively relating ISS resources to lessons, utilizing Space Station Explorers programs, and serves to their communities. This year, we would like to recognize Casey Hines as our newest Exceptional Educator Award winner. Awesome. Thank you, Casey. Another round of applause. Yes. The next is the Excellence in Education Award, honoring the late educator Tony So, whose kindness, thoughtfulness, and intelligence permeated every interaction he had with others. This year's recipient demonstrates each of those attributes and brings a love of space and education to the students at Fulton County School Innovation Academy. A 19-year veteran in the classroom, this year's recipient credits his success to the educators he has met and worked with from the space educator community. We would like to congratulate this year's recipient, Steve Jones. Thank you both so much for your dedication to STEM education, and I will turn it back over to Maynard. Thank you all.
All right, another big round of applause for our educators. Educators never get the type of love and support they deserve, so I'm glad that we're able to recognize them here today. So, incredible work. All right, so we're going to keep this award show going. It's award season, award time, and we're feeling good. Each year at this conference, NASA recognizes individuals and organizations for scientific and technological investigations that contribute to the innovative utilization of the ISS. I'd like to welcome to the stage Kurt Costello, ISS Chief Scientist, and Michael Roberts, ISS National Lab Chief Scientific Officer, to present the 2023 NASA International Space Station Research Awards.
All right, here we are, fed, approaching our lunchtime food comas, but we've got a lot more to talk about here today. This is the 12th anniversary of the ISSRDC and the 12th time that we've handed out awards. And now for more than 2 decades, the International Space Station has provided a unique platform for space-based research, technology development, and human innovation. This conference gives us the opportunity to celebrate the people doing the work and paving the way for future human exploration. This year's honorees pushed the boundaries of microgravity research in 2 categories, innovation and compelling results. We'll start with the Innovation Awards today, which recognize those who use the space station to push beyond the horizon, fostering commercial expansion and exploration beyond low Earth orbit, and inspiring our next generation of space researchers and explorers. As we announce the names for the award and they make their way up here, we'll tell you a bit about their work and show you a few photos along the way. So our first award, our first Innovation Award for bringing the experience of space down to Earth, goes to Michael Cagnon at PHI Studios for The Infinite. This hour-long, fully immersive journey to the space station lets participants roam around and take part in activities in the daily lives of astronauts. It's a joint venture of Infinity Experiences and Felix and Paul Studios, which produced Space Explorers, the ISS Experience, a 4-part immersive documentary filmed aboard the space station. Thousands of people have experienced the Infinite in the US and Canada at events that included educational field trips and support for educational professionals. Michael couldn't be here today, so I'll ask Samantha to accept his award on his behalf. Our next award for innovation goes to Michelle Lucas at Higher Orbits for the Go for Launch program. Go for Launch helps students develop critical skills and a working knowledge of how science is conducted in space, and has sent 17 experiments up to the station involving over 1,500 students from 36 different states. The organization provides scholarships and opportunities so that students from underserved populations can participate in this life-changing experience. Michelle founded Higher Orbits after working for 10 years in the astronaut training and ISS flight control operations at NASA. This woman-owned and operated company has 1 employee and 1 intern, managing scores of payloads and events. The students Michelle works with call her Space Mom.
It's an honor to be with you this afternoon, and now to move on to our third award, I'm honored to be presenter number 2, or Abbott to his Costello. The next award for innovation recognizes Professor Monica Monici from Italy's University of Florence for Suture in Space. This ESA-sponsored investigation uses innovative methods to study the behavior of sutures and wound healing in microgravity. On future missions, crew members will have to deal with wounds and other medical emergencies on their own, and they'll need techniques and materials suitable for use in microgravity a long distance from Earth. The findings from Suture in Space will be fundamental to developing this ability and supporting better treatments, not just for astronauts in space, but for people on Earth as well. Dr. Monici. The one's running up, okay. The next innovation award goes to Mr. Tatsuhide Fujita and Mr. Akira Kosaka and the Kibo Cube Initiative. This collaboration between the United Nations Office for Outer Space, or UNUS, for those who love and know it, and JAXA provides extensive support to help developing countries deploy CubeSats from the International Space Station. The program has successfully deployed satellites developed by Kenya, Guatemala, Mauritius, Moldova, and Indonesia. Kibo Cube continues to add national capacity to develop in developing countries and promote STEM education and innovation worldwide. Do we have anyone from Kibo Cube?
Okay. That is our, oh, wait a minute. As Mike just pointed out, Japan's pretty far away, so that took a while. All right, we're switching from the innovation category to our compelling results category. These recognize cutting-edge research projects that have produced promising results, published in the preceding year. Our first award for compelling results this year goes to Doug Mattson. Professor at Tufts University, Professor Mattson uses electromagnetic and electrostatic levitation techniques to conduct research on metal alloy solidification on the space station. He's been involved in more than 100 publications of results and is the main author of an upcoming review paper on solidification research using levitation instead of containers. He chairs the EML Investigators Working Group, which represents all 19 research projects in the electromagnetic levitation program, and shows dedication to the next generation of scientists through his encouragement and mentorship of the group's newest members. Doug could not be here today, so Mike will be accepting the award on his behalf. Congratulations, Mike. The next award for compelling results is Professor Satoru Takahashi at Tsukuba University in Japan and the MHU mission team. This team has been involved in multiple JAXA rodent experiments to evaluate physical responses due to changes in gravity. They've made important discoveries about the protective capabilities of lunar gravity, including findings that are implying that different gravitational levels may be needed to prevent muscle atrophy on future human exploration missions. Other findings give new insight into muscle fiber changes seen in aging and during space travel that could help develop therapies for muscular disorders on the ground. Congratulations.
Our next award in compelling results, Professor Guy Trudell at the University of Ottawa receives a Compelling Results Award for the marrow investigation-related studies. Professor Trudell has conducted space-related human research since 2007 and started the marrow project after demonstrating that nearly half of the astronauts were anemic after long-duration missions. Results from this study, published in the journal Nature Medicine, identified the mechanisms behind this anemia, including increased destruction of red blood cells. This finding is relevant to populations here on Earth that experience increased red blood cell destruction, including older, sedentary, and bedridden patients. Dr. Trudell. Next, the next compelling results award is for Peter Sunderland at the University of Maryland, Richard Axelbaum at Washington University in St. Louis, and Foreman Williams at the University of California, San Diego, for the discovery and observation of the first spherical cool diffusion flames. These flames burn at extremely low temperatures. Their creation is expected to lead to new understanding of low-temperature combustion, helping in the design of new engines with lower emissions and higher fuel efficiency.
All right, and for our last compelling results award, it goes to Professor Floris Woets of the University of Antwerp in Belgium and the science team behind Brain DTI, an investigation of structural and functional changes to the brain in space. The research has found alterations in different brain tissues, some of them still visible 6 months after returning from space. The team has formed many international collaborations under the umbrella of the project and has collected parallel data from space analog platforms such as parabolic flight, bed rest, and other clinical populations. They've created a vast data set that covers many facets of this complex and important phenomena that will help those preparing future generations of explorers for long-duration spaceflight. Is Dr. Woets? Okay, well, thank you to all of our award winners for their hard work and dedication to scientific research. I'm sure that's where they all are right now, doing that research. And we hope to see many more publications from people both old and new, new contacts you may have met here, new people proposing to do research on ISS and through the ISS National Lab. Thank you.